The idea of animated features getting live-action remakes is nothing new, but the production of live-action remakes has obviously shifted into overdrive in recent years, with Disney bringing us the likes of Cinderella, The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast, Dumbo, Aladdin, The Lion King, The Lady and the Tramp, Mulan, Pinocchio, The Little Mermaid, the list goes on. And it seems like DreamWorks has been impressed by that animation to live-action business model, as they're teaming up with Universal Pictures to bring a live-action remake of their 2010 animated feature, How to Train Your Dragon, to theaters on June 13th, 2025. In anticipation of this release, we here at JoBlo have decided to put together a list of everything we know about the live-action How to Train Your Dragon, and here we go.
You're not upset?
What? No, I don't know. It's a bit much to get my head around, to be frank.
It all started with a novel by Cressida Cowell. Published in 2003, the novel How to Train Your Dragon introduced readers to a young Viking named Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, as he sets out on the journey of becoming a hero the hard way, starting by capturing a dragon as rite of passage and attempting to train him. Readers were so enthralled by the story of Hiccup, Cowell was able to launch a franchise. How to Train Your Dragon was followed by How to Be a Pirate, How to Speak Dragonese, How to Cheat a Dragon's Curse, How to Twist a Dragon's Tail, A Hero's Guide to Deadly Dragons, How to Ride a Dragon's Storm, How to Break a Dragon's Heart, How to Steal a Dragon's Sword, How to Seize a Dragon's Jewel, How to Betray a Dragon's Hero, and How to Fight a Dragon's Fury, with Hiccup at the heart of each one. DreamWorks' animated adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon, said to be a loose adaptation of the novel, came along in 2010, and, of course, the live-action remake is expected to tell the same story audiences saw in animated form 15 years ago. Here's the official synopsis. On the rugged Isle of Berk, where Vikings and dragons have been bitter enemies for generations, Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, the inventive yet overlooked son of Chief Stoic the Vast, defies centuries of traditional dragon fighting practice when he befriends Toothless, a feared night fury dragon. Their unlikely bond reveals the true nature of dragons, challenging the very foundations of Viking society.
I take him fishing and he goes hunting for trolls.
Trolls exist. They steal your socks, but only the left ones.
When looking to cast the young characters in the story, the filmmakers were said to be looking for actors who could grow into the roles as much as the characters themselves grew into maturity in the animated movie franchise. As a result, they ended up choosing Mason Thames to play Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, with Nico Parker as Hiccup's love interest and fellow student in dragon fighting training, Astrid Hofferson. Julian Dennison plays Hiccup's best friend, Fishlegs Ingerman. Gabriel Howell is his rival, Snotlout Jorgensen. Harry Trevalden and Browen James played twins Toughnut and Roughnut. Ruth Codd is Phlegma, with Murray MacArthur as Hork, Nick Cornwall as Hurl, and Outer Banks stunt performer Samuel Johnson as Skaldor. Peter Serafinowicz has an unspecified role. Nick Frost is playing Blacksmith Gobber the Belch, and in a very cool turn of events, Gerard Butler, who provided the voice of Hiccup's father Stoic the Vast in the animated films, is back to bring his character to life in live action.
Before we continue with our video, here's a reminder to click the Store tab on any of our JoBlo channels and browse our collection of the latest and freshest designs in our merch store. Go get you some.
The animated How to Train Your Dragon was directed by Chris Sanders and Dean DeBluis, from a screenplay they wrote with Will Davies. DeBluis returned to write and direct the sequels How to Train Your Dragon 2 and How to Train Your Dragon The Hidden World on his own, and he is at the helm of the live-action remake as well, directing the film from his own screenplay. He has also directed the animated classic Lilo and Stitch, which is another movie that's now getting the live-action remake treatment, and said,
I decided to revisit How to Train Your Dragon because it felt like an amazing opportunity to not only direct a live-action movie, but to be jumping back into a world that I frankly miss. I miss these characters, I missed this world, and I love movies that have a really poignant message buried deep within a moving spectacle, adventure, wonder. It's about a regular kid who gets to bond with a powerful animal. And there is something that's universally wish-fulfilling about that.
He is also producing the film alongside Mark Platt, who is producing through his Universal-based Mark Platt Productions, and that company's president, Adam Siegel. VP of production, Lexi Barta, is overseeing the project for Universal Pictures. Filming took place in Belfast, Northern Ireland. John Powell, who also worked on the animated trilogy, is composing the score for the film. Framestore is providing the visual effects, with Christian Mann serving as the production VFX supervisor. It has been said that many scenes from the original film have been recreated shot for shot for the live-action remake, including Hiccup's first encounter with the dragon Toothless.
Huh. Toothless. I could have sworn you had... teeth.
So far, we have seen 3 trailers for How to Train Your Dragon, a teaser, a first look trailer, and one called the Warrior trailer.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
But you will.
I'm a Viking. I'm a Viking!
As mentioned, not only did Cressida Cowell launch a franchise with her book, but the animated movie launched a franchise of its own, which went in a different direction than her stories did. The film franchise centers on the special friendship between a young and unheroic Viking boy named Hiccup and Toothless, an injured dragon he nurses back to health. The movies chronicled Hiccup and Toothless's quest to combat humanity's prejudice against dragons, the ache of overcoming the loss of a parent, and first love. Released in 2010, How to Train Your Dragon was followed by 2 feature-length sequels, How to Train Your Dragon 2 and How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, and 5 short films, Legend of the Bone Napper Dragon, Book of Dragons, Gift of the Night Fury, Dawn of the Dragon Racers, and How to Train Your Dragon: Homecoming. There have also been animated TV shows that are set in this universe, DreamWorks Dragons Rescue Riders, and DreamWorks Dragons: The Nine Realms. So there are plenty of options for sequel stories if the live-action remake proves popular enough to get follow-ups of its own. Based on the fact that the filmmakers were searching for actors who could grow and mature with the characters, it sounds like they're hoping for sequels. The 3 animated features in this franchise made over $1.6 billion at the global box office, and each one of the movies were nominated for Best Animated Feature Oscar. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World was meant to bring the entire franchise to a solid conclusion, but now that it's shifting the animation to live action, they can start all over again. And that's everything we know about the live action How to Train Your Dragon so far. Are you looking forward to this movie? Let us know by leaving a comment below.
When we crack this mountain open, all hell is gonna break loose.
And my undies. Good thing I brought extras.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. JoBlo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.